Obviously this was another hard-fought Big 12 basketball game. You've got to give Houston credit. In the second half, they were able to get stops when they needed, and they made some big and timely baskets down the stretch. And I thought that we played hard. I thought that we gave great effort. But ultimately, when it was time to win the game, we didn't have good enough defense. But I'm proud of our fight, and I'm proud of our effort.
Anthony, I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but I don't know, a game like this against a top 10 team in the country, I guess, how do you feel about this one? Were you still able to, either during the game or before the game, find some moments that you can sort of hold on to leaving this one?
Oh, yeah, definitely. All 40 minutes of it. I think this game, it was sentimental to me. I feel like the guys that even weren't seniors treated it like, it was their last game here. So I'm appreciative for that.
Are you, given the opponent, given the adversity y'all have had, Parsa's injury, I don't know, how do you feel like where's your headspace, Anthony? Where do you feel like the team is sort of coming out of this one? Can y'all take some positives as a group out of this one?
No, definitely. Like you said, they're one of the best teams in the country. And for us to just be neck and neck with them all game, just shows that, we can be a good team. So I feel like this gave us a little bit of juice going into the tournament next week, and we just got to build off of that.
Anthony, there at the beginning of the game, felt like you got into a rhythm pretty early, and then as the game went on, shots weren't quite falling as much. Do you think that was something Houston was doing defensively that kind of led to that, or was that just missing shots?
No, I think I got great looks in the second half, and I just didn't make them.
Kanye, I was asking Anthony about this when you walked in. I know the result isn't what you wanted, but given the injuries y'all have had, given the opponent you played today, are you able to take any positives from how close y'all played? It was a 1-point game with 2 minutes left.
Oh yeah, I could definitely say this team, the way we played today, we definitely capable of playing hard, and being a physical, gritty team. I think we had this energy from the beginning of the season. Outcome definitely would have been different. So I definitely think, they showed me that today, for sure.
For both guys, did this one feel at all different? Like from an energy standpoint, from the crowd, from just how y'all were doing, did anything feel different today?
I would say just the opponent. Like coming into this game, we knew this would be a game unlike any game we've ever played in our career. So I feel like we were just well prepared for it, and it was just a good game.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Lutz prepared us, told us they was going to be physical, they was going to come out there and fight. They did everything he said. It was a fun game to play in. It was cool. It was good.
Anything else for Anthony and Kanye?
Anthony, just kind of with Parsa going down, you're the leading scorer. Do you feel like now you have to take on a little more of a leadership responsibility without him out there?
Yeah, definitely, especially with me being older. But I feel like the guys trusted me and respect me, so it definitely helps.
Coach, this was just the second time all season where you've taken at least half of your shots from three. Was that a plan going into the game to kind of focus on the three-point shot?
Not really. Our plan today obviously was when you play a team like Houston, who's top 5, 6, 7, whatever they are in the country defensively, when you have an open shot, you have to take it and you have to shoot it with confidence. And I thought that our guys did a good job, especially in the first half. The thing about Houston is when they are as aggressive as they are defensively and you come off of those ball screens, they're always going to put two people on the basketball. So your options are to play ahead or to play behind, right? Or to play into the short roll, which I thought we did a better job as the second half went on. And I thought when we played ahead and behind, we were able to move the ball and we were able to get open shots or we were able to drive the ball. So that was what we were thinking and what we wanted to do. We just defensively at the end of the last 2, 3, 4 minutes, we just weren't good enough.
Steve, how would you sort of just evaluate those? I mean, y'all came back from a tough circumstance and made it a 1-point game with 2 minutes left. How would you sort of break down the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I'll need to watch the film, but I thought that things changed when the technical foul occurred on Ben. I thought that was a big determining factor in the game, but I'll watch the film and see. You guys, you got to take the good, right? The good is we were able to out-rebound one of the best rebounding teams in the country. And we've obviously had our issues throughout the year with rebounding. The biggest thing in the second half is we turned the ball over, right? I mean, we turned the ball over 8 times in the second half, and that really, really hurt us. If I'm not mistaken, they had 14 points off those 8 turnovers. And that's the difference in the game. I thought that we did a good job of rebounding. I thought that we did a good job defending for probably 37, 38 minutes. But, man, when the game's on the line against a great team like Houston, you've got to be able to do it for 40 minutes.
Is this – I know, this time of year you don't want to hunt for moral victories, but is this one you think the team can take confidence from, pushing Houston right there?
You know me long enough. I don't believe in moral victories. You got to figure out a way to win the game. With that being said, what have we won? 2 out of the last 4, but, you win today, you're 3 out of the last 4. Our level of competition against Central Florida, against Houston, against West Virginia, our level of competing is a level that's high enough to win in the Big 12. And so we've proven that we've been able to hopefully figure it out without Parsa, but we're going to have to compete at that level on the defensive end, on the backboards, if we're going to make noise in Kansas City. So if you're asking me that I think that we're playing better, we're playing harder, we're playing smarter, we're playing tougher, we're rebounding the ball better. And prior to the second half today, we didn't turn the ball over very much. So I like that, but ultimately we're judged on wins and losses, right? We're judged on wins and losses, and that's never going to change.
Y'all had a pretty big advantage in second chance points, and to be able to get those without Parsa, I thought that was kind of spoke to some of the stuff you said about y'all's level of competitiveness.
Hey, man, I don't care if Parsa's here or not. Anytime you beat Houston on the boards and you win the second chance points battle with them, you've done something. That is not an easy task, obviously. We're 31 games today, I believe. There's probably 29 teams that have not done that thus far this year. I'd really have to go back and look, but it's not many teams that are going to beat Houston at their own game. And on the backboards tonight, we were able to beat them at their own game.
What sort of did you, obviously it's a tough circumstance, what did you see? What were you sort of told about the technical foul?
Yeah, the official told me that the two of them were talking back and forth, or my guy, Ben, was talking to the other player, McCarty, the entire way down the floor. I don't know that the official heard what he said. He did not tell me that he knew what he said, but he felt that warranted a technical foul.
Obviously tough for Ben, but I thought, we've seen Ben in other moments, early, because it's early in his career, struggle to kind of stay out of foul trouble. Up until that point, I felt like he did a good job, especially against a team like Houston, avoiding that.
Yeah. No, I thought Ben played well today. I thought, again, since we're on Ben and the officiating, I thought that the charge on Ben was another crucial call. I have not seen that, so I had no opinion, but I thought that was a crucial call at a crucial moment.
How did you think, obviously that's tough regardless of whether those calls are warranted or not. It's tough for a guy to have the whistle for him. How did you feel like he responded to that?
Ben was great. I think that Ben is continuing to show us that the more repetition that he gets, the more game minutes that he logs. He's continuing to adjust to the tempo, the speed, the physicality, and he's handling it well. And we just expect him to continue to get better. So I'm excited about his future.
Does this heading into the tournament next week? You told us the other day, you're used to this going into the tournament. You have to win these games if you want to end up where you want. I don't know. Does it feel like this is just the normal spot that things work out in basketball so far? And sort of what are you going to tell the guys about going into this?
Well, no, I'm going to tell them that you're trending the right direction in terms of your energy, your effort, your toughness, your physicality, and your defense and your rebounding. So if you can continue that on Tuesday and then on Wednesday and then then you have a chance you're going to keep stacking up quad one wins. Right? You had an opportunity to get you one today, and you didn't get it done. So you're going to have – that's the great thing about the Big 12. And I know that people are disappointed in us finishing where we did, and I get it. But we've made strides. We've made strides with this program. We've made strides in the Big 12, and we're continuing to move the needle forward with this program. So now we've got to get to the Big 12 tournament and make some noise. It's plain and simple.
Looking ahead ahead to Kansas City, just knowing you probably need a deep run or maybe win the whole thing to get to the NCAA tournament? How do you keep the guys focused on a game-to-game basis, trying to look at that big picture?
Yeah, I mean, same way we've done it all year. I mean, obviously, when we went through that streak where we had lost some games, you got to keep them focused onto the next game. When you've went through that streak where we're 12-0, you've got to keep them focused on the next game. So it's no different. The difference is that obviously you're in a hotel for 4 or 5 days, and Kansas City has, thousands and thousands of people running around downtown, and the atmosphere is great, and it's buzzing with excitement and those sorts of things. So, we'll stick with the same plan, the same process, and just keep plugging away.
And just if you go on a deep run, what are the challenges of having to play so many games back to back to back like that?
Well, the biggest challenge is just this league is so physical, right? And you're asking guys to do it 4 and 5 days in a row against arguably, depending upon who you draw, arguably, if you get to Thursday, you're going to play top 10 teams the rest of the way, right? Teams that can win a national title. So, man, that's no easy task. That's no easy task. But again, we played well on Tuesday. We played well tonight. You've showed that you can compete with other NCAA tournament teams. So now you just gotta go do it while you're in Kansas City.